Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I literally never know how to begin my intros, but what's up? I've been gone for quite a while now, and I do apologize. I say this like every single video. I know it gets old. But I did actually film a tutorial today. It was an eyebrow tutorial. I just felt like eyebrows are so important in society right now. It's eyebrows and lips, I think, are the big trend right now. So I figured, hey, I kind of switched it up a little bit, especially from the style I used to have in my video that I made like years ago. So it definitely needed to be updated. But again, it is just such a big trend right now to have gorgeous looking eyebrows. And everyone has their different techniques, different ways to do their eyebrows, so I figured, hey, I'm gonna share what I've been doing lately. That's been working for me. So if you guys want to see how to get these eyebrows, then feel free to continue to watch. Before I do jump into the video, I apologize, I am a little bit under the weather, so I'm sick and I have a gross, icky voice right now. So again, I apologize up front for that. But I'm going to talk about just a couple of the products I'm using because I don't really get into detail in the video. So yeah, basically the first thing that is most important are the brow powders. I do choose to use a brow powder, not a brow pencil or anything like that. I just feel that these work the best for me. The one I actually use in the video is the NYX, ooh, sorry for the glare, NYX Brow Powder. It's super inexpensive. You can get this at your local drugstore, Target, Ulta, basically anywhere that carries the NYX line, you'll be able to get this. This one is the Brunette. It gives you the darker brown, a lighter brown, and then a little brow wax that you can use to keep the hairs in place. I've tried it a couple of times, but I do not use it majority of the time. It just gives it makes my eyebrows like a little too oily, in my opinion. Another one that I have continuously used for years, I used this in my last brow tutorial, I believe too, is the Paula Dwarf New York Brow Powder. It looks like this, and then it is 2+1 brows neutral. So I'm assuming, I mean, it's kind of like the similar colors. It's a little bit darker. They're kind of like taupe browns, and then again, it does have a brow wax to keep your hairs in place. Just not a big fan of it, you know? Just don't use it. If anything, I use the, to keep my brows in place, I'll every once in a while use my Benefit Give Me Brows, which I just put on after it makes it a little bit, it makes the hairs a little bit darker, but it also holds the brow hairs in place as well. So that's basically it. I always switch in between these two. If you guys have any other brow powders, I know Anastasia has some brow powders I definitely want to try. I'm just going to, for now, continue to use these up. But if you guys have any other brow powders or brow fillers that you guys think I should try out, feel free to comment it below. I'm always up for suggestions. And then the tools that I use in this video are most importantly, this is my brow brush. So right here, this is actually a Beauty 360, which I've talked about this before. It's a Beauty 360 brand brush, which is we don't have one where I live anymore, but they used to have one. My mom used to manage it, and it is amazing. I have not been able to find a brow brush that compares. This one is really little, really short, as you guys can see, and it's really tough. And then for this is super dirty, I'm sorry. For my concealer brush that I use quite often just to clean up the eyebrows, give them more of that shape, that clean, crisp look, I use my concealer brush right here. This one is actually a Kat Von D brush, and it's her. And the concealer that I use while we're talking about the brush is the Real Deal Concealer by Laura Geller. This concealer I definitely recommend for people that need a super high coverage I cannot talk. But you can get this at Ulta. This is the light, so this is probably one of the lighter ones she has. I've had this again for years. This little tiny tube has lasted me probably 3 years, and it's amazing. So that's what I use for my eyebrows, and then I do use my black beauty blender just to blend it out. You'll see in the video. Just to blend out the harsh, super white concealer lines on the edges of my eyebrows. This is the last thing that I use, and it is what I use every single time I do my eyebrows. This is just a mascara sample tester thing that you can get at like any makeup store. It's actually, I get it from my mom. It's free. But it's just like one of those, it's like a tester, like to be able to test out mascaras. But I use them for my eyebrows to brush them up. So that is basically it for all of the products that I use. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I didn't mamble too much. But comment below for any other video suggestions. And I hope to talk to you guys soon. Enjoy the video. So I'm going to start by taking one of these I use that brushes just to brush out my eyebrow. Then I'm going to take my eyebrow brush, geez, I cannot think, and take my brow powder, and I'm going to just line the bottom to get the exact shape that I want. And then bring it down as far as it's supposed to meet up with the corner of your eye. So I would stop right about there. And then just kind of blend it out. So because it's a brow powder, it's really easy to just push up into the hairs to blend out the harsh line that you just drew in. And don't worry if you brought it down a little too far. We're going to clean it up with concealer at the end. And my brows look horrid, like in the process of all this. So if you start to get worried and wonder why my eyebrows look like a wreck, it's because it's a whole process for me. It takes forever. So then I'm going to start by drawing on just the top line. So just going to fill in my arch. Or start to draw out my arch, basically. For me, I have been working on growing my eyebrows back in, like I said earlier. So basically, I used to have to completely create my whole eyebrow when it was super thin, but now it's a lot easier. So if your eyebrows are the same where you actually already have them shaped, it's pretty easy to just follow your line of hairs, and then just continuously blend the powder so it's not super harsh. And I'm just going to start filling it in. Alright, now bringing it back to the front, I really don't like to, I like it to look a little bit lighter in the front, a little bit more natural, and then have it go into the darker part of my eyebrow, and then to where it kind of gives that more shape. But in the front, I like it to be a little bit lighter, so I'm going to take the lighter part of my brow powder, and I'm just going to start to create where I want it to start. Of course, it comes out super dark. And we're gonna take away a lot of the darkness now that I just completely did the opposite. I put I was a little too heavy-handed. Okay, so now I'm going to start to clean it up just a little bit. I'm going to take some of my concealer with a concealer brush. So I have my concealer, and then I'm just taking a flat concealer brush like this. I am going to take just a small amount. And then that is when you come back in here and you're going to clean up that harsh line. Take my finger just to blend out the concealer with my eyeshadow just a little bit. And then it's going to clean it up a lot more in here, as you can see. And then take away that little smudge. I'm going to go brush over it just a little bit because I put so much right here. And then also clean up this top part right here as well. Alright, so now that I did that, I can actually go back in with the brush and lighten it up in the front. So basically by you just brushing over it, you're going to take away a lot of the powder and it's going to make it a lot lighter, a little bit more natural, just like that. Okay. So now you have this. I'm going to go back in and just kind of darken in this area right here on my eyebrow and then give it a little bit more of that shape. Oops, sorry, I was totally out of the camera view. Alright, so again I'm going to take my concealer and just clean up around the edges. Starting on the inside. And then just taking a little bit on the outside as well. Alright, now taking a beauty blender, I'm just going to blend out that lighter line because my concealer is so white. It doesn't really match my skin tone, so I'm just going to blend it in with the foundation I already have applied and then just start to clean that end point up a little bit more too. My beauty blender is dirty from using it just earlier for my makeup, but it's all good. And then I just use my finger right in here. Okay, so that's going to be the first eyebrow right here. Pretty simple, easy, nothing really special to the way I do my eyebrows. But I'm going to do the other one really quick, and I'm going to speed it up. I'm gonna go back in and actually fix that one. I accidentally took off too much of my brow powder. Now going back into my other eyebrow, I'm just going to add a little bit of darkness to the upper part of my arch because that is where I actually don't have that much eyebrow hair at the moment. It's growing, but it's taking its sweet old time. We'll go ahead and take that. Then I can see where I need to go back in on my first eyebrow here. Why does... Oh no, my battery is gonna die. Like right now. So let's just go ahead and clean that line up a little bit more. And then I'm gonna go back in and take my eyebrows just like that. Okay, so I think it's a little bit better. My eyebrows so basically my camera died, but same thing, I didn't do anything. I just plugged it in. I didn't know that my camera would work when it was plugged in. But anyways, so I didn't do anything. All I did was just continue to clean this up. I needed to make it a little bit higher to even out. My eyebrows are not the same, so they are never gonna be like, it's not like completely perfectly even, you know, with the length across, but I tried my best, okay? So basically the next thing I'm gonna do is just continue to lighten it a little bit, like so. And then that is basically it for my eyebrow tutorial. This is it up close. It's, like I said, really simple. I try not to spend too much time on my eyebrows, but I know they are so important to society these days, so I try my best. But this is basically it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you have any more video requests, please go ahead and message me or comment below. I do have a lot of videos stacked up. Oh my god, it's so close. I don't know why I'm filming it like it's closer. Damn it. Okay. I know I do have a lot of videos stacked up that have been requested and I have not gotten to it. I am so sorry. I apologize. But I do plan on doing some more tutorials. I definitely have a review coming up really soon on my skincare. I did do a purchase, I think my last video was my Sephora and Ulta haul, and I got some skincare products that I needed to review. It's definitely been a couple months now that I've been using it, and so I'm just gonna let you guys know what I think about the products. So other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, morning, evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are.